Hey guys, this is Grace from GB Maltese, and I'm going to do a little whip and chat today as I work on this gorgeous Captured by Radiance piece. As you can see, it is very close to being finished. It is beautiful. Look at the shine on this. It is gorgeous. Look at this. It is beautiful, and it is such a delight to work on. Look at that sparkle. It's beautiful. Absolutely fabulous piece. I'm very, very happy with how it's turning out. And I have had such an easy time working on this. It's been a pleasure to work on. That's all I can say. It has really been super easy. The drills are gorgeous. The stickiness is just right. It's just really fun to work with. So I thought I'll do a little bit of a whip and chat while I work on this. So let's see, we'll work in this area a little bit. And let's see, right in this area. Okay, I've got several colors to put down right there, and I thought I would do a few crazy laws since I haven't done that in a while, and I just get a kick out of it. They're fun to do, and I know a lot of you have told me that you enjoy listening to them. The pen I'm using is also from Captured by Radiance. And my tips are from Everlasting Tips. Love them. So, let me get busy with this. I'm going to tell you, this multi-placer is a game changer for me. I used to hate multi-placing till I got this. And it's so easy to see what you're doing that it makes it easier, much easier. Pull this a little closer to me so I can see those symbols a little better. There we go. So we're going to do a few crazy laws just to see what we can find today. Okay, the first one we're going to look at is this is coming from the state of New York. And they do have a law that forbids blind men from driving an automobile. Really? I just sometimes wonder, what are people thinking when they come up with these laws? What were you thinking? That is kind of insane. I don't know. I just think that's crazy. Now, the next one is for Hillsboro, Oregon. You are forbidden to allow a horse to ride in the back seat of your car. Doesn't say anything about the front seat, but you can't let it ride in the back seat. So, make sure you are not putting any horses in the back seat of your car, or you could get in trouble. Can you imagine trying to put a horse in the back seat of a car? That had to have been one heck of a car. That's all I can say. It would have to be one heck of a car to hold a horse in the back. I'm afraid I'd get my head kicked off. I think we had one time it said not to allow gorillas to ride in the car. Well, no horses either. So make sure you follow these laws. Okay, this next one is in Connecticut. You can be pulled over by the police if you are riding your bicycle more than 65 miles per hour. Hey, if somebody can ride their bicycle 65 miles per hour, just go ahead and let them do it. They're pretty awesome. that's quite interesting. I know that here in Texas, when you get on the highway, that in a lot of the highways, the speed limit's 75. So that's actually going below the speed limit. So, I don't know. That's crazy. Now, in the state of California, women may not drive cars in their housecoats. Okay, I guess just go in your nightgown or go naked. You know, it doesn't say anything about that. Just don't ride around in your housecoat. That's a little crazy. I'd rather see someone driving around in their housecoat than nothing at all. You know, some of these have got to be really old, because housecoats, unless it's wintertime, not that many people, well, not here anyway. I wouldn't be wearing a housecoat anywhere. It's too hot. It's going to be 101 degrees tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday is what they're saying. I guess we'll see. This has been one of the hottest Junes I can remember. Okay. Now, in Studbury, Ontario, it's illegal to attach a siren to your bike. Okay. I can see myself attaching a siren to a bicycle and, you know, going after somebody. That's absurd. It's like, where would you get a siren for your bike anyway? I'm sure they've got them. I'm sure they do. But I just can't imagine putting a siren on the bicycle. A little bit crazy. And, you know, someone's probably done it. Some of these things, or they wouldn't have had to make a law against it. Of course, someone riding around their housecoat, oh, what's wrong with that? I don't know. Just a little crazy. Okay. In Bermuda, cars cannot be wider than 67 inches, and they cannot be longer than 169 inches. Now, I have never measured a car, so I don't know. Let's see, 67 inches would be about, what, 5'7"? Something to that effect. That's not very wide. Well, maybe. And not longer than 169 inches, which is 4.3 meters. So, I'm not sure what that is in English terms. I know 169 inches. Let's say that, you know, there's a foot for every 12 inches. So 120, that would be 10 feet. So 10 foot, 14 feet. Shoot. What's the average length of a car anyway? I don't know. But anyway, there is a, in Bermuda, you cannot be any wider or short, or longer, excuse me, any longer than that. You are not allowed. I'm guessing that that's probably shorter and narrower than what I'm going to guess in most of the cars that we have in the U.S. In Montreal, Canada, for sale signs are not permitted in the windows of moving vehicles. So if you are selling your car, just make sure you take the sign out that it's for sale while you're moving. You can't let anybody know. I guess, you know, maybe that would cause people to start trying to write down phone numbers when they see it's for sale. I don't know. But you can put it back in there when you're not moving. So maybe that's not too bad. In Utah, birds. Now, my husband would think this is a fabulous law. I call him Bird Daddy. In Utah, birds have the right of way on all highways. Okay. So if there's a bird crossing the road, I guess you better stop. Now, if they fly out in front of you, that's kind of hard to do. Usually they're pretty good about getting out of the way. At least I've never run over a bird, so I don't know. I guess if there are a bunch of little ducks with their babies crossing the road, of course I wouldn't want to run over those little things anyway. You would need to stop and let them by. Okay? In Wauseon, Wisconsin, it is illegal to wake a fireman while he is sleeping. I guess, unless, I don't know. I guess they have to have their rest, but if the siren goes off, then that wouldn't count as a person doing it. So, let them get their sleep and do not wake them up. I don't know. I have a feeling that's probably not in effect now. In the city of New Orleans, a firefighter cannot cuss while he is on duty. Okay, well, let me tell you something. When you are in a blazing inferno, I really doubt anyone's going to care what you say. And there might be some certain words that might come to your lips if you're having a hard time putting the fire out. So, yeah, I find that a little bit, I find that hard to enforce. What are you going to do? You're under arrest while you're putting a fire out. Okay, in Danville, Pennsylvania, all fire hydrants must be checked 1 hour before a fire. Okay, so before you set your next fire, call up, who do you call, the water department, and tell them to come check out the fire hydrants, because you're going to set a fire in an hour. Okay, that's a little absurd. How are you supposed to know when a fire is going to break out? They need to be just checked probably daily to make sure they're working. We have a fire hydrant that is kind of on the very edge of our property, and we're at the end of the water line where we live. They open that sucker up almost every night around 10, 11 o'clock and let it rush out, clean the lines out, because that water being at the end can get we get rusty water sometimes. It's disgusting. I remember one time it was so bad. Now my brother Greg lives about 100 yards or so from our house. And so we were having rusty water. It was really a problem. I was drinking bottled water. There was no way I was going to drink that. But when you take a shower or take a bath, you're taking water. You're taking it in rusty water. It's brown. It's gross. So my brother filled up a water bottle from the hydrant, in the house, and he took it to the water department, and that water was so gross and disgusting. It was dark rusty color. He held it up and went into that office and said, "Anybody in here want to drink this?" He will get people's attention. That's just how he is. He went up as far as he needed to go to get them to do something about it. And after that is when they really started flushing those lines a lot with the fire hydrant. So, we haven't had, it's been a while ago, and I don't think we've had any rusty water since then. He sent a sample. He took it to him and he said, "Y'all need to check this out." He said, "This is what we've got to bathe in and drink and cook with." So, yeah, he was furious. Yeah, Greg's going to be listened to. He doesn't care. Okay. Okay, in Charleston, you'll be happy about this. Those of you in Charleston, South Carolina, it is illegal for the fire department to blow up your house. Wow, I would rest much easier at night knowing they can't blow my house up. Now, why in the heck would they be blowing your house up? Really? Ma'am, we're here today to blow your house up. I don't know. I don't know. Anybody out there have any explanation for that? Why would the house need to be blown up? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even if you had like a gas leak, you just would open the windows and let it out. I don't know. That is strange to me. But maybe they had something happen. I can't imagine what would happen to... Weird. Now, in St. Louis, Missouri, a milkman may not run while he's on duty. So, if, you know, don't smuggle the milkman in your house, you know, in the morning and expect him to run out the house, because I'm just joking. But that's a little weird. He may not run while he's on duty. What is he gonna spoil the milk? You know, what if he's running late and he's running to every house? Maybe it jostles the milk and messes it up. I don't know. Just weird. Does it coagulate, turn into buttermilk? I don't know. Just strange. In Australia, only licensed electricians may change the light bulbs. I bet that's not a thing now. Now, those of you that live in Australia, are you not able to change your own light bulbs? I would think that must be something that was maybe in the past, and for some reason it was dangerous maybe to change your own light bulbs. I don't know. I do not know. But if anyone can answer any of these for me, I would be delighted to hear. Or if you know why some of these laws came about. It's crazy. Okay, Michigan State insists that dentists officially be classified as mechanics. Wow. Gosh. Well, I guess I could tell Jerry that, you know, he's ASC certified in all mechanical things on the car. He's a master mechanic. Maybe he could also be a dentist. Okay, that's crazy. Maybe at one time that was necessary. Maybe they used certain tools that were used on both cars and people's mouths, so they needed to know how they were worked. Well, my husband has joked around when my tooth or something would be hurting. Here, let me look at it. I'll pull it out for you. Like, no, thank you. You just go about your own business. Don't need your help. Okay. Okay, women who work for the government of the city of Guadalajara, Mexico, may not wear miniskirts or any other provocative garment during office hours. Okay. Well, I don't know if that's still something that goes on in Mexico, but around here, I have seen people wearing some very short skirts. Not too much nowadays, but yeah. When mini skirts were a thing, maybe that was to keep any kind of hanky-panky going on. Don't know. But anyway, do not dress risque or provocative. Let's see. In Missouri, it is illegal for an off-duty fireman to rescue a woman who is only wearing a nightgown. In order for her to be rescued, she must be fully clothed. I'm sorry, ma'am. I know the fire is burning all around you, but I can't take you down like that in your nightgown. You're going to have to get dressed first. I'd have a few choice words if that happened. Yeah, they might not be allowed to say curse words on duty, but that ain't gonna stop me. They tell me you gotta put on some clothes before we rescue you. I'd have a lot of choice words to say. How about you? That's just nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. I do not, that doesn't even make sense. Why would that have ever been a law? Just let you burn up? I don't know. Okay. A Ziegler, Illinois law states that only the first 4 firemen reaching the fire will be paid for their services. Okay, so the first 4 get there. Do you think the others have any incentive to help them out? That must been a very poor small town or something, that they couldn't pay the firemen, except the first 4 who got there, to put out the fire. That's pretty sad. And, you know, I was here first. No, I was here first. No, I was second. I was third, and I was fourth. Wow, that's crazy. So, anyway, if you're number 5, 6, 7, whatever, you get nothing. Nada. Wow, that's crazy. In Rock Springs, Wyoming, it is illegal for flying instructors to place their arms around a woman without a good and lawful reason. Okay, if you're taking flying lessons, the flying instructor may not put their arms around the woman. Well, but I don't know why you would need to, unless you were bailing out of the plane. And then somebody better be holding on to me. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. That one is it's kind of strange. I don't understand that one too much. Let's see. Okay, I've read some of these before. Okay, now I'm sure this is not probably true now, but I don't know. This is in the state of California. Film producers in the state of California must have permission from a pediatrician. They've got to get permission from the child's doctor if they are being filmed under the age of 1 month old. Well, you know, I might be able to see that, because 1 month old, that's pretty young to be having them out there on a TV set. Wow. But anyway, that is a law in California. So, don't be filming a under 1 month old baby. In San Francisco, California, picking up used confetti and throwing it is banned. Well, I guess they don't want to have to. I don't know. It's already down there. They're going to have to clean it anyway. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that keeps them from being able to clean up. I don't know. Odd. Very odd. And now, in Florida, there's a special law that prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sunday, or she can risk jail, fines, or be arrested. So, that's only for unmarried women. So if you're married, you're fine. You go jump out as many times as you want to. Very interesting. In Florida, you are breaking the law if you skateboard without a license. Okay. Well, I don't think you're going to need to worry about me skateboarding in this day because I would break every bone in my body if I got on one. So, that's a little strange. That's probably an old law, I would think. Maybe, you know, in certain areas, you should, maybe like a sidewalk where there's a lot of people going. I don't know. In Gary, Indiana, it is illegal to attend the theater within 4 hours of eating garlic. Okay, so if you're going to eat something with garlic in it, you need to wait over 4 hours before going to the theater. So, I guess so you don't make anybody pass out. I don't know. And in Hood River, Oregon, it is illegal to juggle without a license. Have you ever tried juggling? I have. You know, when I was younger, that, you know, I would just try it with two things. It was the third one that was a problem. And just doing two things, that was pretty funny in itself. That was not that great. Now, this was a law that was created in 1925 in California, and it prohibits women from wiggling their bottoms while they're dancing. Well, I think we can pretty much know that that is no longer a law. You just watch watch people dancing in any state. They're definitely wiggling their bottoms. Yep, they're twerking them. That's even more than wiggling. So, 1925, you weren't allowed to wiggle your bottom. Nowadays, everybody's doing it. And this law here was in 1995. And it's in Sandusky, Ohio. They outlawed anyone older than 14 from trick-or-treating. So, if you're older than 14, you're not allowed to trick-or-treat. And I don't know a lot of people trick-or-treating above the age of 14, but I don't know. I guess some of them liked candy. So that is in that now. So that's a more recent law than 1925 anyway. So I guess they'll just come up to you and what are they going to do? Look at a driver's license to see how old you are? Since you don't carry one at that age, you don't have one. I don't know. That's a little strange. In the state of New York, it is illegal to start any kind of public performance, show, play, or game until after 1:05 p.m. So, there can be no games, nothing, until after 1:05 p.m. Well, I don't know. Don't think that's probably in the law books anymore. Okay, I think that's enough for today. But those were some very interesting ones. I guess I better not try and put a horse in the back seat of my car. But one time, that just brought to mind something that happened. We used to have sheep out in our pasture. We buy sheep from the 4-H kids. When they finish showing their sheep, and if they didn't sell them, we would buy some of the sheep. And they would just, we didn't raise them to eat or anything. We just let them eat the grass in the pasture. Well, we had one of the sheep, there was something wrong with his eyes. And we didn't have a trailer at the time, so my husband picked that sheep up, and he had this old old car. But it was like a International Scout, something like that. But it was big, and he put that sheep in the front seat with him. But in the passenger side. So that sheep was sitting up there on the passenger side like a passenger, and he took him to the vet. Actually, the sheep had pink eye, and we got medication for it, and it got okay. But that was the funniest sight I have ever seen, and I'm sure that the vet had a good laugh. I did not go with him at that time. Catherine was young then, and I stayed home with her. But it was quite amusing to see him going down the street, and you could see that sheep sitting up there. It did not try to move, it just sat there. I can still see it. That was hilarious. But yeah, and Jerry got so mad because when he got to the vet, he wanted to take the sheep's temperature first. And he said, here he comes with that thermometer. Just got that sheep in there and sticking it up his behind. Well, of course, he used some of the words. Yeah, he wanted him to just look at the sheep's eyes and get something done about it. It was bad enough having to go up there with him riding in the passenger seat. But diagnosed with pink eye, and she was okay. It was a she. So there is actually nothing cuter than a little lamb, because some of them did have babies, and they were so adorable. Just adorable. So we've had chickens, and now my dad, he used to have some cows, and Jerry got one. I hated the cows. I've told the story about getting basically run over by a cow, or hit by a cow. Oh, it's been a while. If you haven't heard that story and want to hear it, I'll tell you. It was, that was crazy. Yeah, the doctor has told me that nothing really normal happens in our family. We don't just go through normal, illnesses and ailments. Ours has to be completely abnormal. Yep, we've had some crazy things. Especially if you're accident prone, and I can be that way, but my dad, I got that from him because he was so accident prone. He could bend over, hit his butt. We found out later he had glaucoma really bad, and he didn't see it out of the side of his eye. And his eye, the outside of his eye swelled up like a tennis ball. It was huge. So, but he didn't see it, or of course nobody in their right mind would have done. It was the edge of a filing cabinet or something, and yeah, it made a huge place on him. So that was not fun for him. Okay, I've just got that little bit left to do with that color, and I've got some more in the sky. I'm getting real close to finishing this, and if I don't have it finished before sometime next week, I'll do another little whip and chat with you. I enjoy doing whip and chats, and I've had some of you tell me you enjoy me doing them, and I really do. So, I have talked about doing a coloring book giveaway, and I am trying to get that figured out. I've also talked about doing a giveaway for these trays. Well, I'm planning on going to my sister July the 20th, and I'll be seeing my nephew and be getting some more trays. So, hopefully it won't be too much longer before I can do that giveaway. So, I'm going to let you go for now. Tell me what you think about this beauty here. I just love it. It's just gorgeous. But I'm going to let you go for now. You take care. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me if you did. And subscribe if you haven't. You take care. God bless you. Bye for now.